What are mediating institutions? Are schools one of them? And what does that mean for our society? I'm Larry Filazzo, and I'd like to give you my answers to those questions. Alexis de Tocqueville called them associations. Edmund Burke called them little platoons. Others have called them mediating structures. These organizations, religious congregations, labor unions, community groups, and yes, schools, have historically been mediating institutions, organizations that bring people together who have not so much power to organize and for their needs and beliefs with those who have more power. There are many examples of schools doing this kind of activity. Recently, students and teachers and administrators organizing against gun violence in Parkland and other sites of school shootings. Many schools were active in the civil rights movement, organizing against segregation. And the organization that I worked for 19 years, the Industrial Areas Foundation, has developed Alliance Schools, a group of schools throughout Texas and in the Southwest that improve schools in the communities in which they're located. I think this presidential election is an opportunity for schools to reflect on their role as mediating institutions. No matter what the outcome, I'd suggest school leaders ask themselves two questions. One, given that universally agreed to research shows that schools themselves can only impact 25 to 30% of the factors that influence student achievement, what can schools do to have a greater impact on those factors outside of school that influence student achievement? And two, schools have a generally acknowledged responsibility to help develop active citizens in our democracy. How are we fulfilling this duty, and what more can we do? If Donald Trump is elected, I would recommend that school leaders ask themselves two other questions. One being, given that research shows that students' mental and academic health plummets when a family member is potentially going to be deported, what role do schools have in supporting those students and challenging those deportation possibilities? And two, historically, how does history view those who stood by when large numbers of people were moved, forcibly displaced because of their ethnic or cultural or racial identity? What are your thoughts on schools as mediating institutions?